we have discussed? Or should we do a quick recap?
We all remember.
Very nice. Okay, so I will quickly go through the index here and then we will start after we say our prayers. So let's start with our prayers first. We'll quickly say our pranam mantras and then we will get into the index. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Nice to share Prabhupada. Okay, so on the way to Krishna. The first chapter, as you saw here, or as you're seeing on the screen, it was about the happiness. We learned the main thing in that. We learned many things. The main thing was the temporary happiness and the eternal happiness. Then we, knowing that what is internal happiness, knowing what is temporary happiness, knowing that how we run behind just the material things which gives us this temporary happiness, and we go on spending our entire life, which is an opportunity, which is the only opportunity to go back to Godhead or to elevate ourselves, to purify ourselves, to come into our original constitutional position. And what is that? That is that we are not the body, we are the jivas. We are the part and parcel of the Lord. And knowing that relationship, understanding that relationship with the Lord, how do we attain Lord? By chanting Lord's name, which is the Yoga Dharma which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought us, brought to us in this age of Kali Yuga. And knowing Krishna, re-establish or not to re-establish, but to remember which the forgotten relationship that we have. So to revive that relationship back with Lord Krishna is to know Krishna, right? And knowing Krishna, how Krishna said, you should always remember me, huh? So how do we see Krishna everywhere and always? What was the main thing we learned in the last chapter, in the third chapter, seeing Krishna everywhere and always? We learned many things again in the last chapter, but the main theme was that when we are seeing Krishna everywhere, we are seeing Krishna. Krishna said that in Bhagavad Gita, that I am the taste in water, I am the sun, the light in the sun, and the intelligence in the intelligence. So, everything we see around this creation, even that we can perceive, right? With our eyes, with our senses, with our touch, listening, smelling, tasting. Krishna is saying all that creation is because of me. Krishna is the cause of all causes. He's saying, I am that source of all that creation. So we cannot live without water. We cannot live without air. We cannot live without, light and, all this basic necessities which even keep us alive. Those are also given by Krishna. So seeing Krishna's hand in everything, Krishna's energy is in everything. We can always remember Krishna. Okay, so now we will continue on to the fourth chapter, the road of the foolish and the wise. So what will be the theme? What do you think from the topic or the title of the chapter. What do you think? What this chapter could be describing? The road of the foolish and the wise. So, understanding all this, is it wise to take to Krishna consciousness and to purify ourselves, to elevate ourselves? Is it wise, or is it wise to just, let go and just, this rare opportunity that we have, that coming in this human body, being a human being, having this intelligence, having this discrimination, not using that, is it foolishness or not? Is it like wise really to waste that really such a rare and golden opportunity? So we'll see about that. So the today's chapter is going to teach us about the road of the foolish and the wise. Okay, so we'll start here. Krishna is thus explaining himself as he is, right? We learned in the last chapter, Krishna is saying, I am the source of everything. I am the seed-giving father, right? Yet, and we are not attracted to him. Why is that? Why is that? The reason is given by Krishna himself. And what is that? This shloka, which is very popular shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Devi esha gunamayi mama maya durattaya mameva prapatyante mayam etam tarantite. This divine energy of mind consisting of three modes of material nature is very difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered onto me can easily cross beyond it. Chapter 7, 14th. The material world is pervaded by the three qualities of material nature. All living entities are influenced by these qualities. If they are primarily influenced by the modes of goodness, they are called Brahmana. If they are influenced by the mode of passion, they are called Kshatriyas. If they are influenced by the mode of passion and ignorance, they are called Vaishyas. And if they are influenced by ignorance, they are called Shudras. This is not an artificial imposition due to birth or a social status, but according to guna, the modes of nature under which one is operating. Okay, so now you have to explain me two things. There's a question for everyone, okay? First question, what is the word guna means? The word guna means the quality, right? How do we in Sanskrit? How do we say quality in Sanskrit? Guna, quality. Now, so the question: say if a person is born in certain cultural family, like say if they are Brahmanas. And if Brahmanas are, we all know, right? Brahmanas are supposed to be very mode of goodness people. They are, very learned. They study the scriptures and they enlighten everybody. They are like the teachers, and they have the responsibility to pass on the knowledge to others, right? That is Brahmanas, right? Now, say if a person is born in a Brahmana family, okay, but he does not have those qualities that Brahmanas, are supposed to abide by. And say if he is, he will eat whatever he wants to eat. He has no interest in studying scriptures. He's not knowledgeable. He is not enthusiastic to, or not intending to give the knowledge to, or pass the knowledge to others or teach others. Is not interested in that. Would it be really called a Brahmana? Should he be really called Brahmana?
No.
No. Why? Because in Bhagavad Gita itself, Lord Krishna has said that this division of Varna and Ashram. So Brahmanas, there are 4 Varnas, right? What are those? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. And then there are 4 ashram. What are those? Starting from Brahmacharya, then Grahastha, then Vanaprastha, and then Sannyas. So do you know these 4 Varnas and 4 ashram?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So I'll just explain a little bit quickly about it. So 4 Varnas are actually the type of people, or you could say the occupation they abide by, or the qualities they have, right? Like Brahmanas, right? Like I said, right? They are like the teacher or gurus, or the people who enlighten the world or pass on the knowledge, and very learned, or lead the people into the society. Then Kshatriyas are for the administrative class, who provide the protection, like government, right? They run the social order of the society. Then Vaishyas are all the business class of people who will do business and generate the finance, generate the economy, generate the food. They're all Vaishyas. And then Shudras are the labor class who give service to all these 3 classes, who serve all this class. Like they need cleaning, they need help in, all this society needs help with various domestic aspects of living. So those are people who provide the service. They are Shudra class. Now, the stages of life. Firstly, when person is born, he is a brahmachari, right? Just like you all children, right? You all are in brahmachari ashram right now. Then eventually, based on the propensities, if person, gets a family later on, he enters into a grahastha ashram. Then later on, after a certain age, after having children and family and everything, then person passes on to progresses to the Vanaprastha ashram. What is Vanaprastha ashram? Where he would slowly practice the detachment, slowly practice the getting detached, and living a little bit isolated, still with the in connection to the society and the family, but he will slowly curb his connections. And then sannyas is finally completely being engaged in the service of the Lord. And for the sannyasi, everybody is equal. So like that, there are 4 varnas and then 4 ashrams. Ashrams are, like you could say, stages of life, and varna means the qualities of the people that they abide their nature by. Now,
can you repeat the first part?
Yes, so 4 varnas and then 4 ashram. 4 varnas are what? 4 varnas are person could the first varna is the brahmana class. The brahmana are the leading people in the society with their knowledge. They enlighten the society. Then kshatriyas are the administrative class, like they are the government, you could say. They run the social order, right? They run the country or the society. Then Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Vaishya is the people who generate money or generate food.
Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
Yes, and then Shudra. Okay, and then ashram, brahmacharya ashram, grahastha ashram, vanaprastha ashram, and sannyas ashram. So here, Lord Krishna is saying this division of chatur means 4, right? Varna, 4 varnas and 4 ashram. So chatur varna ashram. So Krishna is saying in this next verse, as you see here, And eventually, I think if you're learning Bhagavad Gita, you will come across this word, this verse, very important. Entire Bhagavad Gita is amazing, right? It's beautiful. Chaturvarnam maya srishtam. That means this four ashrams and varnas, maya srishtam, that these are created by me. Srishtam, that means I've created this. Based on what? Based on guna and karma. He did not say that if a person is born into a brahmana, he will become a brahmana. If he's a person born in a shudra, he's a shudra. No. Is Krishna saying Janma?
Earlier yugas.
Huh?
They used to happen in the earlier yugas.
Is Krishna saying Janma here?
No.
No. What is Krishna using the word here? Guna. You see this highlighted guna? Guna means quality. So this four division of the class of the society or the stages of the society are based on the quality, guna and karma. Guna means the quality you acquire and the things you do. Karma means things that you do. So Krishna is saying, Chaturvarnamaya srishtam guna karma vibhagasa tasya kartaram apimam vidhi akartaram avyayam. According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four division of human society is created by me. Krishna is saying that I've created that, but based on what? Although I'm the creator, the next line is reading, although I'm the creator of this system, you should know I'm yet non-doer, but being unchangeable. What is the first line of the verse saying? That according to the three modes of material nature, the work and the work associated with them. So modes of material nature means guna. Guna means the quality. So according to the quality person has acquired, according to the things people are doing, Krishna is saying, I have created this division of the class. Now, it is not that this system refers to the perverted caste system in India. Sri Krishna specifically states guna karma vibhagasha, means men are classified according to the guna or the modes under which they are operating. And that applies to the men all over the universe. When Krishna speaks, we must understand that whatever he says is not limited to is not limited, but is universally true. Right, Krishna? When Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita, is he speaking only about India? Because Krishna, generally, people in India know about Krishna, and Krishna appeared there in Vrindavan, which is in India. So is he talking only for the people in that country? No. He's God of the whole universe, of creation. When he's talking about everything that is, he's talking about the whole creation, not only one universe, but there are many, many universes, right? There are millions of universes. He claims to be the father of all living entities, even the animals, even the aquatics, trees, plants, worms, birds, bees, and all claimed to be his sons. Sri Krishna asserts that the entire universe is illusioned by the interaction of three qualities of material nature, and we are under the spell of that illusion. Therefore, we cannot understand what is God because we have forgotten that relationship, right? We don't know the position of ours, what to say, how we know the position of the God. But when Krishna is saying that he's the father of everything that exists, everything comes from him, he also means all other living entities, like animals, aquatics, trees, plants, birds, right? What is the nature of this illusion and how can it be overcome? That is explained in Bhagavad Gita. See, so that is the main theme of this chapter. How we are illusioned. We don't know what or what the position of Krishna is, what the what our position is, what our relationship is to the Lord. We don't know. And this is the main theme of this chapter, about this ignorance that we are in. So, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7.14, okay, what is the nature of this illusion and how it can overcome? How it can be overcome? This is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Devi esha gunamahi mama maya durattaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam taranti te. This divine energy of mind, consisting of three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. What is Krishna saying in this word? In this verse, that it is this ignorance, or this Maya that we are in currently, the modes of material nature, of this on us. This is a divine, this is also an energy of the Lord, and which is very difficult to overcome. But who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. What does that line mean? But who surrendered to Lord Krishna can easily cross beyond. Because when we surrender, we keep ourselves open to what Krishna is saying, right? And when we are listening to his own words, just like this verse, right? We are listening to Bhagavad Gita discussion. We are listening to the classes every day, right? You guys join every day, right?
Yeah.
You're listening to the classes, you're listening to what the teachers are telling, the pastimes of the Lord, everything that relates to Krishna consciousness. You have different topics every day. This is exactly what surrender means. We are keeping ourselves open to learning about Krishna. Surrendering means, just like, okay, I have some weapons in my hand, I keep those weapons, and then I say that, I'm surrendered. Does that mean that? What does surrender mean? Surrender means keeping ourselves open, listening to these classes, to Bhagavad Gita, to the scriptures, to this discussion, and trying to understand that and make the connection and change our lives slowly, right? And bring that into our application, bring those things in our living, we live our life by those values, right? We discriminate what is right and wrong based on what Prabhupada's teachings are, what Bhagavad Gita's teachings are, what Bhagavatam is teaching us, right? That is exactly what surrender is. We are opening ourselves. How did Arjuna said? Arjuna said, "Oh my Lord, I am so confused. Please instruct me." So Arjuna surrendered, and he opened up himself to listen to Krishna. And that's how we got Bhagavad Gita, all of us. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Krishna gave this knowledge, right? So he was a surrendered soul. And so likewise, you all are, right? You're all listening to Krishna's message. Like Arjuna listened to Krishna's message. Arjuna was surrendered. So you're all doing that, which is so nice thing, right? Such a rare opportunity. No one can, so we'll continue reading. No one can get rid of the entanglement of three qualities of material nature, of this by the mental speculation. Okay, so what are these modes of material nature? How many modes are there? How many qualities are there of this material modes of nature? 3. Okay, what are those 3 qualities?
Goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Passion and ignorance. Very nice. Thank you. Goodness. What does goodness mean? Goodness means the person in the mode of goodness would be very balanced in his life.
And he won't be doing anything bad or
right. Exactly. He would have.
He doesn't have the desire to do something bad.
Very nice. Very nice. Very simple life he will live. His food will be very pure, and which he would be offering to the Lord, just like prasadam, right? He would not eat anything junk or anything bad, right? That's person of mode of goodness. Passion, second one. Mode of passion. What is mode of passion? The person would be so enthusiastic to go around to earn so much and put so much endeavor in achievements, in achieving this, achieving that. That's due to mode of passion. You would be basically over endeavoring for everything. Is that really required? How much do we need to live a good and simple life? We don't need that much to live a good and simple life. What is really just required? Because what is going to happen at the end? When it's time to leave, do we have to leave everything back here?
Yeah.
Yes. Except what you did, what you did to Krishna Seva, then it will go back. It will come with you.
Yes, exactly.
And also, if you like don't do any, if you don't like serve Krishna or anything like that, like you don't go to Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said like whoever worships the ghost goes to the ghost. Whoever worships the pitras goes to the pitras, and whoever worships me comes to me.
To me, yes. So whatever we do, our karma goes along with us. So mode of passion is just over endeavoring for everything and achieving everything that we can. That's mode of passion. And mode.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
I used to read this book about Krishna, and I learned there that Bhagavad Gita is made of Krishna, and each verse has like a meaning that's like related to Krishna.
Yes, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita from his own lotus mouth. This is the words of the Lord himself. So, mode of ignorance. What is mode of ignorance? Mode of ignorance
like
is
sleeping. Also sleeping. The baddest mode is mode of ignorance. The second baddest mode is a mode of passion. The best mode is mode of goodness.
Mode of goodness. Correct. Mode of goodness. Actually,
goodness is Vishnu. That ignorance is no. Ignorance is Shiva.
Ignorance is sleeping.
And Brahma is Pasha.
Well, they are the controllers of it. They are not the mode of. We cannot say Brahma is mode of passion and Shiva is mode of ignorance.
No, they're controlling it.
Yes. They are the gods who control those people who are in those modes. And eventually, what they do is also Brahma and Shiva is slowly try to elevate, try to bring that person up, elevate and bring them to the mode of goodness. That's also their jobs. That's also what they do when they control those modes. Now, mode of ignorance, they will eat anything, they will do whatever they like, they will not have discrimination of right and wrong. And try to understand, this is the main theme what Prabhupada is going to speak in this chapter, that we have to go beyond this mode of ignorance, and we have to take up this opportunity very seriously of elevating ourselves. And what helps us is first of all coming into the mode of goodness, and then eventually transcending even the mode of goodness and coming to the platform of like a transcendental platform. And there actually that person, if he reaches there, becomes pure and he becomes eligible to interact with the Lord himself. Think of it, how nice it would be if we could talk to Lord Krishna. Krishna is still present in our hearts, Krishna is still present everywhere around us. We can always feel and talk to him and express those But personally, having a personal association of Lord, how nice that would be. And this is really such a rare opportunity when we are in the human body to come to that platform and take up to that and purify ourselves. Okay, so we'll continue reading. Can't we feel how we are in the grip of this material nature? The word guna, modes, also means the rope. Rope. If in the word guna, if the root word in that guna word is gun, that means the rope which ties up. When someone is bound by 3 strong ropes, he is certainly very tightly secured. Our hands, legs are bound by the strong rope of goodness, passion, and ignorance. And we are always to abandon. Are we therefore to abandon the hope? No. For here Sri Krishna promises that whosoever surrenders unto me at once frees one. When one becomes Krishna conscious, whether it in this way or that way, he becomes free. We are all related to Krishna, for we are all his sons. A son may have a disagreement with his father, but it is not possible for him to break that relation. In the course of life, he will be asked who he is, and he will have to reply, I am the son of so and so. That relationship cannot be broken. We are all sons of the God, and that relationship with him is eternal. But we have simply forgotten. Krishna is all powerful, all famous, all wealthy, all beautiful, all knowledgeable. These are the 6 opulences of Lord Krishna. And he is full of renunciation as well. Although we are friends of such a great personality. Now see, if we have a friend who is very wealthy, or if we have a friend who is very famous, or if we have a friend who's very knowledgeable, or if we have a friend, if he's very powerful, or very beautiful, or fully renounced. Now, could any one of us say that I have a friend who has all these qualities? He's famous also, powerful also, wealthy also, knowledgeable also, beautiful. No. See, Krishna is unlimited. And all these opulences, these are the 6 opulences of the Lord. And he is the source of all this. So he has everything, all of this in fullest. And versus what do we have? We might have 1 or 2 out of this, but in very minute quantity. Say a person, can somebody be as wealthy as Lord Vishnu, who is Lakshmi Pati? Can somebody be as famous as the Lord? Can somebody be as powerful as the Lord? Or as knowledgeable as the Lord? No. We have all these things, but in very minute quantity. And some of these things, not all of these things also at a time, right? But Krishna has all these things in fullest, because all these things are coming from him. He is the source of all of this. So he owns all of these things. That is the meaning of Bhagavan. Bhagavan means he is the possessor of all the 6 opulences. That's what the word Bhagavan means. Although we are friends to such a great personality, we have forgotten it. If a rich man's son forgets his father, leaves home and becomes mad, he may lie on the street and go to sleep, and he may beg money for food, but all this is due to his forgetfulness. If someone, however, gives him information that he is simply suffering because he has left his father's home, and that his father is very wealthy man and owns a vast property, is anxious to have him return, the person is a great benefactor. Like a person, Prabhupada is saying, if the person would get lost and he doesn't know who his father is, but he later eventually finds out that his father is very wealthy man and he has all these properties, huge properties and vast properties. And he is being a son, he is by nature, he's a benefactor of all those, right? He inherit everything. So that's the situation with us. Krishna is our father, and he has all of these things. And what are we doing? In the name of happiness, we are going to go find these things. Somebody could be going to gym to become very powerful. Somebody could be, doing so much hard work to become famous, or to earn so much money, or to be, to be so much knowledgeable. Krishna has everything. That doesn't mean that we do not endeavor for these things. We have to do whatever we have to do in our lives to maintain ourselves, to maintain our families, to provide for our families, to live a responsible person, to become Krishna conscious, and to make our families Krishna conscious, and to give Krishna consciousness to our friends and the society, whoever we can, right? We have to do our part. But at the same time, we also have forgotten that Krishna has all of those things in fullest. So the point here is that we don't have to over endeavor for all of these things. By nature, Jiva is fully knowledgeable. He's all-knowing. He's eternal. He has so much power that, which is bound just because of which has been forgotten just because we are bound in this material body. So in this material world, we are always suffering under the threshold miseries. The miseries arising from the body, the mind, and other living entities. So how are those described in Bhagavad Gita? Adhi Bhautik, Adhyatmik, and Adhi Daivik are from the natural surface. Being covered by the illusion, by the modes of material nature, we do not take into account these miseries. However, we should always know that this material world we are undergoing so much suffering. One has to be sufficiently developed, one who has sufficiently developed consciousness, who is intelligent, inquires why he is suffering. I do not want miseries. Why am I suffering? When this person arises, there is a chance of becoming Krishna conscious. Okay, who would like to read a short paragraph here? Yes, go ahead, Sanvi.
Okay, is it from as soon as we surrender?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as we surrender ourselves to Krishna, he becomes us very cordially. It is just like a lost child who returns its father and says, "My dear father, due to some misunderstanding, I left your protection, but I have suffered. Now I will return to you." The father embraces his son and says, "My dear boy, come on. I was so anxious for you all the days you were gone, and now I'm so happy to have you come back." The father was so kind. We are in the same position. We have to surrender Krishna, and it is not difficult. When the son surrenders to the father, it is a very difficult job. It is very natural, and the father is always waiting to receive the son. There is no question of insult if we bow down our Supreme Father by a touch of his feet. There is no harm for us, nor is this difficult. Indeed, it is glorious for us. Why should we not? By surrendering to Krishna, we come immediately under his protection and are relieved of all the miseries. This is validated by the scriptures. At the end of Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says,
Yes. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma sucha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So what is Krishna saying? That if we just surrender to the Lord, it's like, person is lost in this paragraph that we just read. If a person is lost, if a little boy is lost, and if he comes back to his, father, who is his, who could take care of everything, and then, the father is so happy to receive him back, and their father is lovingly and dearly waiting for his son. And so this is about the aspect of, us returning back to Krishna, surrendering back to Krishna. When we throw ourselves at the feet of the God, we come under his protection. From that time, there is no fear for us. When children are under the protection of his parent, they are fearless because they know their parents will not let them be harmed. Mameva ye prapadyante. Krishna promises that those who are surrendered to me have no cause for fear. If surrender unto Krishna is such an easy thing, then why don't people do it? Instead, there are many who are challenging the very existence of the God, claiming that the nature and the science are everything and God is nothing. So-called advancement of civilization in knowledge means that the populace is becoming more mad. Instead of being cured, the disease is being increased. People don't care for God, but they care for nature. And it's the nature's business to give kicks in the form of the threefold miseries. She is always administering 3 kicks 24 hours a day. However, we should become so accustomed to being kicked that we think that it is all right and consider it to be an ordinary course of things. So let's try to mute. Okay. She is always administering 3 kicks 24 hours. However, we have to become so accustomed being kicked that we think it is all right and consider that ordinary course of things. We have become very proud of our education, but we tell the material nature, thank you for kicking me. Now, please continue. Thus deluded, we think that we even and conquered the material nature. But how is that so? Nature is still inflicting on us the miseries of birth, old age, disease, and death. Has anyone solved these problems? No. Then what advancement have we really made in the knowledge and civilization? We are under the stringent rule of material nature, but still we think that we have conquered. This is Maya. What Prabhupada is saying here. We become very happy with whatever we achieve, whatever things we have thought, and we meet our goals, right? okay, I wanted to do this, and we become that one day. If we are, if we understand our position and Krishna's position, and if our consciousness and our activities are dovetailed to that, then it is still, in a way, it is going to still not cause the bondage. But otherwise, if we forget that, all those things are going to cause the bondage, right? We will be stuck into all those things. We will be attached to those things, right? So Prabhupada is trying to explain here what? That instead of, relieving ourselves, we get entangled into this. And that is called Maya. And, we become just happy, and we become lost in those attached, and we become attached. And all those things that we would have earned in the consciousness that this is mine. These are my achievements. This is because of me. But there is no Krishna in the relationship, there's no connection. If Krishna does not desire, could we be able to achieve anything? No. So if we have the consciousness which is not in connection to understanding that he is the Supreme Lord, and everything that is happening even around us, it is his desire. Instead, if it is the opposite way, then we are actually illusioned. We are under the ignorance. That's what Prabhupada is explaining here. Okay, so we'll run this short paragraph and then we'll continue next week. So let's read one more paragraph. Yes, Manar, go ahead.
So do I start from there maybe?
Yes.
Okay, there may be some difficulty in surrendering to the Father of this body, for he has limited knowledge and power, but Krishna is not like an ordinary father. Krishna is unlimited and has full knowledge, full power, full wealth, full beauty, full fame, and full renunciation. Shouldn't we consider ourselves lucky to go to such a father and enjoy his property? Yet no one seems to care about this, and now everyone is making propaganda that there is no God. Why do people not seek him out? The answer is given in chapter 7, verse 15 of the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay. Thanks, Manar. Namam dushkritino mudha prapatyante naradama maya paharata jnanam asuram bhavamashritam. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are the lowest among the mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake the atheistic nature of demon, do not surrender unto me. What Krishna is saying here, that those who are grossly foolish, lowest among the mankind, whose knowledge has been stolen by illusion, and they partake in atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. In this way, the fools are categorized. Where is this word coming from? Fools. Krishna is using that in this verse itself. What is mudha means? Foolish. See, Krishna is himself calling those people foolish if they don't understand that they don't have to over endeavor so much and run behind things and do not discriminate, even lose the discrimination of being, doing the right thing. So Krishna is calling all those as foolish. Dushkriti is always acting against the scriptural injunctions. That means who does not do the right thing, who does not discriminate what is the right thing to do and what is the wrong thing to do, who don't have the right choices. The business of current civilization is to break scriptural rules. That's all. By definition, a pious man is one who doesn't. There must be some standard to distinguish between dushkriti, an evil or doer, or sukriti, that means a virtuous man. Every civilized country has some scripture. It may be Christian, Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist. That doesn't matter. The point is those books of authority, the scriptures is there. One who does not follow these injunctions is called an outlaw, is considered an outlaw. Okay, so we will pause here. We are at the half chapter and we'll continue the half chapter next week. But I want to hear from you all if there was anything that you learned or you like or you want to share from today's discussion, or anything that you would like to share with others. Okay, let's see who would like. Yes, go ahead.
Can Jyotsna go?
Yes, go ahead, Jyotsna.
I learned that some people get stuck on a certain point and they don't like to move on.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't see that there's something better than just sticking in one point.
Right, exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's like the mode of ignorance, or even combination of ignorance and passion. Not discriminating the right thing or what is required. Okay. Manahar, go ahead.
So like the 4 varnas, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Today I learned that those are called varnas. Like I didn't know that before.
Very nice. And also there are 4 ashrams: Brahmacharya ashram, Grihastha ashram, Vanaprastha ashram, and Sannyas ashram. These are ashrams like stages in life. So these are together called 4 varnas and 4 ashram. Very nice. And these are based on guna and karma, the qualities, not the janma. It is not required to be born in a brahmana to become a brahmana. You know, by quality, Prabhupada gave initiation to so many of his disciples who were not born in a brahmana family. And they eventually they acquired the qualities of brahmana, and they've served the Lord for their entire lives. They've given their entire lives in the service of the Lord. So these are based on our nature, or the quality that we abide by when we live. Very nice. Thank you, Manahar. Anybody else? Sanvi, do you have your hands raised?
Yes, I learned that guna means quality and varnas mean like living people who have like, I don't know how to explain about the varnas.
Yeah.
And then also I learned that there would be 4 varnas.
I didn't know there was another 4 ones.
Yeah.
I know there was Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. I didn't know there's Brahma,
Brahmachari,
Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. I didn't know.
Very nice. Thank you. Okay, so we'll continue next week.
Hare Krishna.
So let's conclude with the prayers. Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you all. We'll see you again.
Bye.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Kiran Mataji ki jai.
Hare Krishna. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you all. Hare Krishna.